up talking about sports today. My brother. So want to get right in?
Yeah, let's get after it.
Okay.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
There's some pretty interesting things in the MLB, and such as the Royals and will the Dodgers lose? What do you guys think?
Good question. So the Royals are off to a slow start. The bullpen's let them down a little bit. The offense is still really in rough shape, especially in the outfield. So I don't know. I mean, they'll rebound. They'll be fine. It's only a week or so in. But they've still got a lot of work to do to get back to last year's expectations. What do you think?
Yeah, we have a very similar start this year than compared to last year. We started off slow last year as well, but we eventually found our rhythm. Once we get the bats rolling, I think we'll be all right, because the pitching really hasn't been our problem. Mostly just offense.
Exactly. Yeah, rotation's still in great shape. Even Chris Bubich, our fifth starter, had a great start to begin the year. So I think too early to tell. Let's talk about it a month in, see if we're going to panic on the Royals. But right now I'm still bought in. I still think we're going to make the postseason.
And I mean, they lost twice to Milwaukee, but
That's true.
it could probably be a comeback.
I think they can make it.
Okay.
Now the Dodgers, I don't know if they'll lose. 162-0 is on the table. They're crazy. I mean, for the money they spent, they should be that good, but they are ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, they are currently losing, so I guess it's possible.
At the time of taping, they are losing a game, so this is a very important information. But yes, we'll see.
I think we said we would review our Final Four. I still think that Florida is going to beat Auburn and beat it. Oh, and with Auburn's really good player out, odds are looking up for Florida.
Yeah, it's a good call. So the latest report is that Jani Broom, Auburn's best player, will play. He says he's 100%. We'll see what it looks like in person. So makes it a little tighter, but it's still going to be a great game. Nice little SEC showdown in the Final Four.
Yeah, probably like 50-50 or something.
Yeah, it could be a coin flip game. What do you think, Dalton?
I mean, I'm pulling for Auburn to keep the bracket, to keep the first place alive.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Florida, that guard is unreal.
Walter Clayton Jr. is very, very special. So we'll see if he can keep it up to close out the year.
And we were going to do some NBA. OKC, do you think they're going to be I don't know if they're going to be a big competitor or not now that they secured the 1 seed, but SGA is still going for that MVP, so they might be. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they've got that 1 seed locked up. MVP's going to be tight. He's still got to compete with Nikola Jokic from Denver, who had a massive triple-double the other night. OKC's got a lot to prove in the postseason. They've come up short the last couple of years, but they should be in good shape. We got our fan here who commented and earned his way in by talking about his love of the land and Mr. Donovan Mitchell. What do you think about the NBA? What's going to happen?
I mean, obviously pulling for the land, the Cleveland Cavaliers, led by Donovan Mitchell. I mean, he's had a quiet couple of games, but getting them back on track. We dropped, it was either 3 or 4 in a row a week or two ago, but getting back on track, getting a win streak going. Hopefully we can continue it against San Antonio tonight. And then they've also been a team that kind of struggles in the playoffs, kind of similarly to the Thunder. So see if they can break that same type of playoff curse.
Now, Theo, you brought up the Thunder, and they'll have the 1 seed, but coming in strong are your Houston Rockets, potentially at the 2. So what do you think that shapes up for the playoffs for them?
I'm not sure. Minnesota's a good team, and as it stands, that's who they would play as a 2. But the play-in's going to happen, so it's probably going to be them, the Clippers, Sacramento. I'm not sure if Dallas can pull through.
Yeah? Think Phoenix might sneak in and get that last play-in spot?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. If they can get Kevin Durant back in a hurry, then maybe they can pull through and beat Dallas for that last spot. But time will tell.
I mean, Dallas is technically ahead of Sacramento, so technically they would pass Sacramento first.
Yeah, could happen.
Well, last I checked, at least.
Yeah. So last topic you wanted to cover was maybe some picks for the NFL this year going in. We're still pre-draft by a couple weeks, but who are you thinking in AFC and NFC that maybe based on having the strongest off season or just looks really strong going in?
Definitely calling it. Buffalo Bills, Kansas City is probably going to be a playoff matchup. Maybe even AFC title.
Okay, rolling back the Bills and Chiefs again.
I think, yeah.
Good, good.
Not sure Baltimore could sneak into that last game, but only time will tell.
We'll see. What about the NFC?
The NFC is really a wild card. Seeing what Washington was able to do, they were able to take down Detroit as a 6. So now that they're building around Jaden Daniels, yes. I'm not sure. They are going to have a very strong offense. They can probably challenge the Eagles for the East spot.
Yeah, that offense is stronger. They traded for Deebo Samuel, made some moves on the offensive line, so they're looking really good. Dalton, any others, AFC or NFC, catch your eye?
Kind of to piggyback off of the Commanders, I think as long as a lot of their struggles last year were on the defensive side of the ball. Jaden Daniels had the offense looking right. So if Dan Quinn can really put his defensive mind and fix up that defense, I think that they could cause some mayhem in the East.
Yeah, East is going to be super tough.
Yeah.
All right, Theo, anybody else in the NFC?
In the NFC, I don't see what might be next for Minnesota because they could do better because they just Sam Darnold, yes, just went to the Seahawks. So that's going to be interesting, see if their other quarterback is good. If he is, they could also challenge the Lions. I mean, they already are. So if he's better than Sam Darnold, I think they actually probably could win the 1 or 2.
Yeah, you're right. Minnesota's got a lot to prove with J.J. McCarthy at quarterback.
Yep.
Detroit has a lot of turnover, especially in their coaching staff, losing their offensive coordinator to the Bears, who've made a lot of moves in the offseason. Green Bay stayed mostly steady. So, yeah, that North Division is going to be really tight.
So will the AFC West because a lot of new coaches, a lot of good coaches.
That's right. Yeah, you've got now Pete Carroll added, so another Super Bowl winner. To add in to Sean Payton and Andy Reid, so it's going to be quite the slugfest out west.
But now we have Geno for the Raiders.
Geno Smith, new quarterback, absolutely. All right. Anything else we want to cover tonight, my friend?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, remember to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.